Next up, we have Lissa Batista joining us. Lissa is a Brazilian-born Miami local, inspired by her surroundings from iguanas to salsa music. She's a student completing her MFA in creative writing at Florida International University, teaching middle school and mothering her preschooling son, her sweater-loving Sphinx, and her shelter-adopted dog simultaneously. And Lissa is going to read to us excerpts from her nonfiction piece 13 Candles, No Wishes, which was published in our Fall 21 issue. So Lissa, thank you for being here, and the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. I am super excited to read this lyric essay dedicated to Julie Meepers. Birthday Candles, No Wishes. 1. The Owner's Daughter. I grew up in a nightclub with people of the night. In Miami, starting at 13, I was raised between mojitos and bottles of Corona with lime. I was raised with Latin music and Spanish speakers, dancing all night only with those who worked for my father or his friends under his supervision. I was raised wearing red lipstick and a scowl because at 13, my body was all woman, 5'5", 103 pounds, C cups, and thick brown hair to my waist. My mother told me never to be friendly to the men who talked to me. She said, never give excuses like, I have a boyfriend, I'm taken, I'm here with my parents. They don't care about that stuff. Tell them no. Tell them your age. Tell them you're the owner's daughter. We take it inside. It is one of the last times I visit the club. We circle the west side of the guitar bar of the VIP section. We take a small silver leather table. We get a bottle of Milagros tequila, limes, cherry, skinny straws, and 2 sparklers that long as the merengue playing over the speakers. I'll dance a salsa song with my dad on the dance floor, and people will stop dancing and move over to watch us. They know who we are. The song will end and my dad will throw me into the arms of another coworker, and I'll dance 3 more songs with the nightclub employees. We all feel it in the triple spins, the Cuban salsa steps, the flailing arms and body vibrating, hands on hands and sometimes on shoulder blades. They know I'm still the owner's daughter. The song comes to an end. Number 6, my father is a 4-leaf clover dressed in a suit. My father started shoe shining at 6, selling popsicles in plastic bags at 8, and by 13, he was running his own Espiritismo congregation in downtown Goiânia, Brazil. Espiritismo, the same religion my mother was baptized in. My father rents out a small store and hosts his congregation of 13 people every Thursday. He swallows bottles of rum, but he doesn't get drunk. He eats malagueta peppers by the handful, but his mouth doesn't burn. When the spirit takes over, you become a vessel, grateful to become the chosen one, accepting the offerings. He's a Virgo, so it makes sense that his drive, his focus, and ambitions make him successful. He got what he wanted, always. My father knew the power of manifestation and reeled it into his life, pulling everything he desired towards him. Consequences always weighed less than a risk. I get my impulsiveness and trigger-happy snap judgment from him. He ran a pharmacy by 18, and by 20, he had crossed the Mexican border by foot, hitchhiking rides inside the cushions of an old car, driven by an old couple who dropped him off in Boston. There, he finds 3 Brazilian friends to room with and begins to bus at a restaurant with the best French. My father tells me, you can tell the quality of the restaurant by their French onion soup. I order it everywhere I go. When it comes to my mother's survival is a mystery. My mother has no birth certificate. She doesn't have a real birthday. My grandmother says it's February 15th, but I know she's not an Aquarius. She's definitely a Sag. Her American birthday always agrees with me, December 13th. She was born in Brazil into a Espiritismo tribe Ubanda. Think of Santeria, but married to Yoruba. I kept out of the history of the past of my mother's life, but I was told that when grandfather gathered in the backyard, they would pray until possessed by a higher spirit, their corporal bodies would be given to the spirit offerings. In turn, the spirit would give advice or warnings. His voice becomes hoarse and sounded as if more than two voices were talking in synchronicity. He says, my mother is in danger. She needs to be baptized. She's just a baby. My mother will run away to the city, Goiânia, and become a model. She escapes her family, finds a new life, finds my dad at his bar and gets pregnant with me 3 months, gets married to him 2 months after that. And by the time I'm a year old, we're on a plane headed to Miami. 13, Dance Dance. A 13-year-old girl with a woman's body runs around a nightclub, eating fries in the kitchen, making Shirley Temples in the service bar, standing outside with red lipstick on, chin up high, invincible. It's 5 p.m., it's midnight, it's 2 in the morning. She's out there. She believes she's untouchable because she's the owner's daughter, and they are terrified of him. They were hungry, they were tempted. She felt it in the way they moved their hand a little lower onto the hip when they taught her ballroom salsa, 1-2 step, Dominican bachata, lambada. She felt it when they taught her how to eat with chopsticks, holding her hand like scissors, when they fed her gummy worms. But she also knew she wasn't at risk. She held on to that notion like she held on to her Leo ego. She kept on dancing. The song never ends. Thank you.